Heyo, Heber here. So today we're taking out the Agile Des Moines again, and nobody tell Aaron about this video because I don't think he would appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. So on the ship we have the double rudder and the improved turret rotation, so all in on rudder, consumables, and turret rotation. That's what we want. 1.9 rudder and 37 knots. So, pretty good, but not, among the most agile of cruisers at legendary tier, but still, not bad. So this battle here is a 6 versus 6, and it's, one of those sizes I really like. 6 versus 6, or 4 versus 4, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, or 1 versus 1. That's good. Like 8 and 9 is kind of the same thing. 7 also, yeah, not much difference. But when you get down to 6, that's when the gameplay changes. Because if you have 3 spawns, that's only 2 ships per spawn. And of course, you have 3 spawns on this map here, but because there's carriers, it's a little bit all over the place. So here we've been watching this Musashi here, and this is where, we use the agility of the Des Moines just to totally avoid his salvo here, meaning that he shot a salvo and he, get nothing out of it, absolutely nothing. So now it's giving us a little bit of time here to evaluate what we're going to do. I know the Minotaurs are shooting, but it's just AP. And as long as I stay bow on, as long as I, come out of this, come into this cap here, bow on, there's really nothing they can do. And they're smoking up in anticipation, and of course I have my radar ready. So we're just gonna, head in and, be a real annoying Des Moines here. And I see the battleship is going on the outside, meaning that there is no one to, disturb our gorging on citadels in here, because there's 2 Minotaurs in here. And there's smoke Minotaurs, the easiest thing to dispose of in the world, especially when they cannot hurt you at all like this. I mean, I can just go in, bow on, and there's literally nothing they can do. Well, not literally, but figuratively. We shouldn't, let's not be Frasier here. So, just starting to pile on the citadels here, and in a minute the carrier is going to join, the fun, and well, give us a few citadels as well. So I can't remember if these two are in a division. I'm assuming they are, because usually 2 smoke minnows spawning at the same place, they're usually in a division, and then, their whole devious plan is to smoke each other up, and if they have the turret build, they can pretty much be smoked up the whole battle. Of course they need someone to spot, but I guess, once in a while one of them could spot for the other. But there is nothing better than ruining these division plans here. I love it. It's the best in the world. People loading into these games here in complimentary ships, thinking that they're going to have a good time and get some easy XP. Well, no, not this time. My boys, you are in for a disappointment. So we got the sonar on because obviously there's going to be torpedoes. And look at this Minnow here. He thinks he's safe, but he doesn't realize that, well, he's not. I mean, that spot there is not safe, especially when you're in a tall Minotaur over there. Very exposed citadel like that. It's taking him a long time to figure out that, hey, he's actually able to hit me here, but whatever. So he's down to a sliver of health here, and at this moment I'm just thinking, should I stay and cap, or should I go after them and finish this battle here off quite quickly? And I end up deciding, okay, we're gonna go after them, because, I mean, there's a carrier as well, and I don't want anyone else getting that carrier there. That's mine, that's my carrier. I want to get it. So we already have a clear sky here, and honestly, I didn't even feel this carrier do anything. I think he's just flying on top of me. He hit me once with bombs, but torps, I haven't seen much coming out of that carrier there. So the Minotaur, he's way too early on his torpedoes there. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what, but yeah, fits well into my plan, and in any case, it doesn't matter. I just have to trick him into shooting them, and that was pretty easy. I didn't even have to trick him. He just fired them way too early. So just gotta spot him, and he's broadside as well. Excellent. So that'll give us another 2 citadels for the collection. And he shot torps, but it doesn't matter. And another destroyed there. And then we have the carrier left, and we already have 19 citadels here. And I think the carrier is I made a mistake. I mean, I would feel pretty safe among 2 Minotaurs as well, but not in this case here. I mean, they messed up. They were relying way too much on their smoke there, and That's a mistake so many Minotaur players make. So I like these smaller battles here because like there's less, you know, ships all over the map shooting at you from weird angles, and you can actually, you know, use your ship in a more active manner. I think there's less hiding involved in the game, and I actually think that if I could choose, I would have 6 ships on each team instead of 9, keeping everything else the same way. So we're just switching to AP here to get some more citadels. Because I enjoy the game a lot more in these smaller battles here. I really do, and that's another 2 citadels, giving us a grand total of 25 citadels. I don't think I've had more than this in Des Moines ever. I think I've had more in Minotaur, but not in Des Moines. So anyway, that was the end of the carrier here, and just a lonely battleship left. But you know, we've spent 6 minutes of the battle here, and probably, you know, the whole battle lasted 3 minutes or something like that. And the carrier gets in the last drop here, and I get my last, you know, plane kills, and that's about it. And as you can tell, you know, quick Des Moines, very agile, easy to avoid torps, quick to get into the cap and get into cover. Didn't really need it much in this battle here, but you know, it's a decent agile cruiser. It's certainly a lot better than Baltimore. Like, Baltimore is terrible. It's still not really, you know, as quick out of the gate as Minotaur or Neptune or Edinburgh or anything like that, but it's okay. I mean, it's also not a cruiser I would imagine many people play with an agile build. I didn't used to actually play it with an agile build myself. I played it with an anti-dispersion build, which works perfectly. But I just thought, yeah, it was getting boring. Let's just put it like that. So I thought, okay, let's make it an agile cruiser, and let's, you know, make Aaron upset. No, again, I'm kidding. Anyway, 3800 XP, and hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.